Hello, everyone. I am RoboScout,
And I'm Tokapa.
and we are here commentating for the Metroid Prime Randomizer weekly race for the bonus fifth week special episode.
Yeah, this week we got it should be a very interesting setup. We've got, let's see, okay, we got random elevators. That's not so unusual, but we've also got random starting location and 3 random starting items.
Yeah, we basically just if it's there, it's random right now. That's basically what we've got right now. So
Mhm.
it's going to be a very interesting scene, and it's probably going to look at least significantly different than how you've seen the other previous seeds. Because
Absolutely.
yeah,
So what random starting, excuse me. So what random starting location means is that they're going to start at a random elevator. So um, it's going to be totally random. And with this many starting items, um, it's going to be it could really be anywhere. They could literally start in like mines. They could start in Fendrana, far Fendrana. Um,
yeah. To be to be fair, there's a difference between can start anywhere and will start anywhere.
of course,
Odds,
they could still just as easily start at the first elevator in Talon. So
yeah, it's not uncommon to have seeds with random starting locations that end up looking quite a lot like vanilla seeds.
yeah,
Hopefully, we don't get one of those mines, mines,
yeah.
mines, mines.
Hopefully we get something interesting. And yeah, Kirby fan pointing out that Pyro going with the fusion suit. Um,
Yep.
despite himself having some previous experiences with that suit. So,
Also, worth considering that in this situation, technically playing with Fusion Suit is a disadvantage than playing with normal suit because you won't know if you start with Spider Ball until you actually walk up to a Spider Track or check the menu. So that technically can cause a negative, but some people just like their Fusion Suit.
that is an interesting fact. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I never play with fusion because I'm not out of my mind. But
Some people just they can tolerate vomit soup, and you know what? We can tolerate those kinds of people.
look, everyone has their things.
Yeah. And some people just happen to enjoy vomit suit. So yeah.
So let's see. It looks like we got almost ready to go. It looks like we're gonna have 3. I know some people
Uh,
we're not able to get in the SRL.
no, we've got 4.
4?
Yeah.
I think one of them is not. I think one of them is the restreamer. So maybe
It says 4 people in there, so it says there's Viapron, Inner Slice, Pyro, and Mind of Me. Oh wait, Mind of Me in
yeah, mine to me
Discord.
is the restreamer. So I
Got
think,
it.
of course, they could still be playing. I don't know. She
Yeah.
could still be playing. I don't know. But
Yeah, true. Yeah. Pyro has said, unfortunately, he couldn't commentate this week. He has run out of jokes to tell you all. So he is taking a break to actually race in one of these for once, while he comes up with more terrible jokes to torment you all with. He apologizes for his absence.
I don't know. I always thought that not having any good jokes was a requirement of a commentator in the first place. So
Yeah, good jokes, awful jokes. What's the difference? Eh. Yeah, I guess Pyro's cooled off. I guess he got. I guess he was running out of the material with all the terrible ice beam locations in the past few weeks.
all right, and it looks like we're about to get started. So
I mean,
good
a
luck
lot of
to.
people can frequently just stay at the start menu for a while, so we're not guaranteed to get started soon. But both of those runners are ready.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was looking in the SRL channel.
Nope,
So
never mind. We're going.
we are a little bit behind.
Yeah.
But anyway, good luck to Good luck to all of our players, especially the ones we are going to be watching today. Vpron and Pyro Paper Planes.
There is also Interslice, who is racing off screen.
Of course.
Yeah, looks like we've got a root cave start. Not uncommon in random starting location, since it technically has a 0 item thing,
Okay,
which is morphable.
Yeah, Morph Ball to start. They're also starting with Ice Beam, 1 missile expansion, and to be determined.
Yeah. Starting with Ice Beam is genuinely huge in random elevators because something like half the elevators are locked behind Ice Beam. So that could make a big difference. Looks like the runners are... Oh, Viapron's checking items. So we know... And Pyro, it looks, is just gunning it straight. Oh no, he's checking the elevator first. Viapron appears to be having some technical issues of some kind.
Yeah. I did not notice... Okay, so looks like Pyro did not actually check the elevator. They just...
He just got on the map because then you can check from the map screen.
Okay, I didn't see what it said, so...
Yeah, no.
Oh, and they started with the powerbomb launcher.
Oh!
That's huge. That is excellent starting item.
Oh, and powerbomb's mate. Oh, and we just got an expansion too.
Yeah.
I think this might be Pyro's favorite seed ever.
This is in fact a really good start. So
yeah, pretty much the only thing that could be better is starting with space jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, due to technical issues, Viapron's a bit behind right now, but he's a good player, and randomize anything can change in Randomizer, so... Yeah. Yeah. Pyro is heading off to get his artifacts, and if he's nice, he might pause to read the hints immediately, so then we can know right now. Or he could just technically be time efficient and wait to read them later.
Personally, when I do them by myself, I usually just try and get them right off the bat. In a race situation, I tend to wait. Gotta save precious few seconds.
Yeah, it's up to personal preference. I like having the intel as early as possible. Ooh, and yep, there is space jump.
So far, this is looking like a really good seed. So I'm betting we're probably going to get to at least 2 bosses in these artifacts.
And biohazard containment.
Yeah, and biohazard. Oh, and we are going to find out right now.
Arbor Chamber. Chapel of the Elders. Okay. Transport access. Main Plaza. Magmore Workstation. And biohazard containment! There it is!
And Pyro just immediately... Oh. What have I done? What have you done, he says to himself.
I apologize, I jinxed that.
It was so close to being a great
It was so close to being a great seed, but nope.
Of course, yeah, the other's still pretty good, assuming, of course, that they're in good locations. This is still random elevators, so for all we know, they could have to go through mines to get to Choza Ruins. So.
Or Fendrana. Fendrana can be a bit infamously... It only has 2 elevators. So...
That's, yeah, definitely true.
And those 2 can be in very weird spots. So... This is not a done seed. Especially since Biohazard is in play.
Oh, the good old nothing.
Yep. For those who don't know, because we only run 6 artifacts as opposed to 12 artifacts, there needs to be an item for every location. So we add in our custom item, Nothing. It does many glorious things, none of which we are going to tell you about, but we can assure you it does many things. Many things, such as creating jokes for the commentators to laugh about.
And actually, since we had 3 starting items, there's actually going to be 3 more nothings in the pool.
Yeah, that is true. There's going to be 9 total nothings. So expect to see quite a few of those. Pyro getting his first D-Tank, which is always helpful. Because he has Ice Beam, he can check the elevator up here as well.
Okay, workstation. And let's see.
That's an artifact, so that could be significant. He doesn't have wave, so he can't check it right now, but that is always good to have in the back of your head.
Yeah, and since he doesn't have wave, the only other place he could go is to the other. Actually, let's see. Well, no, he could actually, depending on which.
Could go back to the elevator they started at.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll probably be checking the map screen soon to see where those elevators went.
Yeah. Definitely getting a little bit ahead of myself, but
yeah.
And of course, since supers are required, they're also going to have to get charged.
Yeah.
So they want to find Chozo ruins as soon as possible as well.
Yeah. Yeah. The community treats Charge Beam as a special item that we always keep in its vanilla location. Just because Charge Beam, it's not required for anything, so it can be pretty much anywhere.
There's mines.
Oh boy, and that's a mines elevator.
Yeah.
Technically they could. Oh wait,
no
never mind.
wave.
They don't. No wave. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that.
they could. I mean, they could go down the elevator. They just can't.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Can't go any further.
And can't even grab the check. Oh boy, and Pyro just did Root Cave Dash quite quickly there.
Yeah, that was really fast. I've been having a lot of trouble with that trick lately.
Yep, that's always a tricky one to get, but it's a very valuable one to learn, and he got first try. Very impressive.
Yeah. Now, obviously going to get the whatever's over here in Root Cave, but is he going to go for Arbor Chamber without having bombs?
Oh.
Yeah, looks like he's going to go for it.
I think he's just checking if he has bombs.
Oh yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, he might not have noticed that he has power bombs and is still looking for that last item.
Vipron also going up this way, and
yeah,
gonna find missile and
Pyro is just oh, I don't know what. Oh, he's going for it.
This is dangerous. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Did he just soft lock himself?
I think so. I think he's trapped.
Oh, that
is really hard
sucks
to get out of without bombs.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. And I don't think he saved at the ship or anything either, so that's gonna send him all the way back. So
yeah, that's gonna be a major loss.
Yeah. It was a bold call. And I mean, it is possible to do that without bombs. And Vibon forgetting to actually check the. Oh, it looks like he did save, so he's not going to be sent too far back.
That's good.
Yeah, I did not see that. And of course now he knows that he's not gonna. It's just a missile up there, so probably not going to bother going back up there. I mean, I understand the thought process, knowing that there was an artifact there, just wanting to get it out of the way.
But, yeah, true.
Yeah, it is so risky to do without bombs.
And
so
plus, it's right next to Artifact Temple, so.
Yeah, and now Pyro basically caught back up with Vipron after Vipron went down to mines, maybe not realizing that.
Yeah, Vipron could have had a big advantage there, but he wasted time going down to mines, and now honestly they're pretty close right now, so. Anything can change in Randomizer.
I don't think Vipron has actually looked at their artifacts yet. So.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is hard to keep track. And unfortunately for Vipron, already in the red on this seed, on his timer, so not going to be getting a personal best this time.
Yep.
And
Because they don't have.
both players remembering they don't have bombs. That was a big issue last week, for at least
It,
for us on the commentary. We kept forgetting they don't have bombs.
yep, I was racing last week, and like it was just I would love to do this check, but I don't have bombs.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they're in a better location than they were last time.
I mean, who knows with race luck?
Yeah.
I mean, technically they could. Oh, and that's
Oh,
super missiles.
yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, that's a great thing to get early, not having to spend time searching for it. And of course, they're going to be able to get charge beam too while they're here.
Yeah, and also considering Main Plaza has one of the artifacts, and I don't think Grapple Edge had. We saw what Grapple Edge has.
I did not see it, so I think they just kind of passed right by.
Yeah, so
There was
of the 4 items in Main Plaza, it could either be in the tree route, which requires super missiles, or it could be in the Grapple Edge. And Pyro was grabbing Spider Ball right there, so...
Yeah, Pyro went to Shrine first, so...
Yeah, that's an interesting early routing divergence.
Yeah. I mean, it's so far looking like a good call.
Yep, so far it's paid off for him. But Viapron grabbing Gravity...
And that's the other thing needed for Biomass. So, well,
yeah,
that and Wave Beam, so... Pyro probably going to head that way next, I would assume, so...
Yeah. So, looks like Biohazard Containment probably won't be that big of a deal after all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fortunate to get both Supers and Gravity right in Main Plaza. Now the only bottleneck there is Wave Beam, so...
Yeah. Pyro checking the elevators. Oh, do you think Viapron has forgotten he doesn't have Wave Beam? Because he's heading back to the elevator.
No, he's going back to... I think, yeah, just decided to go back to Vault.
Oh, yeah, never mind, because he went through Hive Town, never mind.
Yeah, okay, so now Pyro's going that way, so he's going to get the Gravity Suit.
Yes.
Very quickly, and then Vpron, let's see.
Also, I think I saw the item on Grapple Edge, and I don't think it was the artifact, so that would mean Trier has the artifact.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not an artifact up there. I'm seeing it now, so yeah, it's going to be in the tree. Not a big deal, because, again...
Yeah, they just got super missiles, which those are 2 super lucky finds early on, considering we know both of them are required.
Mm-hmm. And Vpron did, in fact, go straight to Shrine to get Spider Balls, so...
Yeah.
Both players on equal footing in terms of items right now. It's just gonna be an issue of where they go, what they do next.
So far, this seed is looking pretty fast, but never say that while Phazon Suit is still an unknown.
That's absolutely true. Phazon, of course, the big bottleneck.
Yep. There's only one location in the game that Phazon Suit can't be. It can be anywhere else, and you need it to finish the game. There are seeds that have been decided by Phazon Suit. There are weeklies that have been decided by Phazon Suit. So, yeah, anything is still up in the air, even though this looks like a pretty competent seed, pretty good seed early on. Though bombs are still a mystery.
Yeah, and once again, both players pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah.
Pyro like half second behind.
Yeah.
Despite the slight route divergences, so.
Oh boy, Viapron's doing the trick to grab the energy tank, because for some reason there's a floor on this Spider Ball track. And if it's a solid object, even if it's 1 inch thick, we will stand on it.
Yeah. Of course, when you're in the early game and you don't have a lot of energy tanks,
Yep.
Going for energy tanks if you feel they're, quickly, you can get them quickly, then, that's a smart decision. And Vpron deciding, I can do this pretty quickly, or at least quickly enough to justify going for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That is an
that's
interesting routing decision Pyro made to not pick up the E-Tank, but I don't know, maybe he's feeling confident. Or maybe he just doesn't know that particular trick.
or if you're like me, you just skip a lot of stuff in order to save those precious seconds.
That is true.
You know?
But
Especially if you're like me and you know everyone else you're racing against is better than you. So, not
well,
saying
to be
that in the
honest,
case of Pyro, but that's the way I approach things. So,
yep. Oh, would you look at that? Charged Beans Vanilla. Never seen that before.
it is surprising.
Yes.
I had a seat earlier today which had I thought was going to have 3 gnome things, but it ended up only being 2.
Looks like Pyro just saw nothing there and he decided to skip it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, oh, that's based on.
Well, this seat is solved. So
We still got bombs, wave, and plasma up in the air, but this seat's looking fast.
You're not wrong. Yes, electric. In the usual seed settings we use is for charge beam to be in its vanilla location. At least for these weeklies, for the tournament, and just in general races, people.
Yeah.
Like Robo was explaining earlier, if you just set it to be randomized, it can be pretty much anywhere, which can be annoying, both because it's a very useful item on its own.
Or can be pain and suffering incarnate, that too.
Yeah, combat, as well as being necessary for super missiles. So
yeah,
community just agreed. You know what?
Yeah. If you want more RNG on biohazard containment, be our guest.
And that was wave beam. Yep.
Oh boy.
All right, so now
Ozo is loaded.
So now it's just plasma beam, I guess.
Plasma beam and bombs are pretty much the only big things they don't have.
And still lore players basically neck and neck.
Yeah. Variosuit could also be important, but considering I don't think any of the artifacts are in early Magmor, and late Magmor is actually not superheated, despite what you might think. This could be a very fast seed.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, Pyro opting to check Magma Pool.
Is Pyro checking Magma Pool? Oh boy.
Interesting choice. They don't have grapple, so.
Yeah, this is a really tough
trick. They don't have Aria either. Oh, that's.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's probably gonna put an end to that.
And both of them failed.
Oh, no, Pyro.
Oh, and he got it. Dang! Both of them got it. Yeah. Good. Oh yeah, because they have gravity suit. That's why they can just jump up.
That's true, but not a lot of health for. Okay.
Yeah, dude, that was a big risk for Pyro.
Yeah.
Because he still has to get back.
Oh wow. Okay.
Granted, he doesn't really lose much if he dies here because it's only just missiles.
Oh! He almost got out. Okay. So he did save at Gathering Hall, so he's not going to be sent too far back, but oof. Interesting call.
Yeah, both runners doing Magma Pool early. That is something you don't see every day.
Yeah. And yeah, both players getting it pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
Of course, Pyro did fail the first time. If they had succeeded the first time, probably would have gotten out of there with a sliver of health, but.
Or if he had picked up that additional E-Tank. Could have gotten
that as well.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it isn't that big of a risk considering they both have a gravity suit and you can just jump up off one of the blocks at the end. But that is still... Yeah.
It's still a huge risk. Pyro deciding...
Especially for Pyro.
Yeah.
And I don't
know if Vpron also saved in that same spot, but...
It's Viapron, mate. He never saves.
I can relate. I have sometimes had trouble with that myself. So.
Yeah. Despite the fact that Pyro has had to load a save 2 times, he is not far behind, which is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Viapron doing
Okay, not going for
early
the
Tower of Light.
damage.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to get up Tower of Light without spending the 36 missiles you need to do at vanilla. And Viapron is doing the he looks like he did a jump to get up the first set, and he's just doing the dashes to get up second set. And for his reward, he gets a missile. Pyro also doing the dashes.
These scan dashes are not too hard once you get used to them.
It's mostly just the first one that's really hard.
Yeah, the first one is very annoying.
But there's also quite a few ways to get around it, so it's
Yeah.
not that bad once you know what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't feel confident enough to go for it usually. I usually just destroy the first layer.
Yeah, because there's a cutscene to see at the end.
Yeah.
I used to not be able to do it, but I found a slope jump that can get you past the first set pretty easily, and since then I've been trying to work the second and third dashes into my gameplay more often. But again, very props to both of these runners doing them on the first try. Those are not easy tricks.
Absolutely. And so the reason that nothing items appear is because this seed contains, or these settings contain only 6 artifacts, as well as players starting with 3 items. So there are actually 9 nothing items shuffled into the pool. They do nothing, as you might expect, or as Robos, they do many things, which we won't discuss. But so basically, they just need to be, they're just filler, there to fill the spot in the item pool.
Yep. And it looks like we've got a route divergence. Pyro is heading to Phendrana. I think Viapron's. I think that one goes to either Magmor. Oh wait, no, that goes back to Chozo or Phendrana. Talent, yeah. So I think he might be heading to Mines. Or Magmor.
Oh yeah, there's an artifact the Pyro can't get.
Yep.
And so it looks like Pyro's going to go through depths backwards to try to see what's in there.
Interesting routing strategy.
Okay, and, I was going to say I thought Viapron was trying to go back up to Arbor Chamber, but I was getting ahead of myself. So.
Yeah, still doesn't have bombs or plasma.
True.
Yeah.
So
having such a big routing divergence early on is very interesting, especially in a seed as fast as this one. The items these two runners get here and now could probably decide the seed.
Okay. Let's see. Pyro,
Is that plasma?
That...
Oh, never mind, just Varia.
Okay.
Apologies if I ever seem like a few seconds behind, because I'm trying to switch between the restream and the Twitch stream to see the chat, and the Twitch stream is a few seconds behind. So.
Yeah. No. I totally get you there.
Yep.
So Pyro deciding to pick up Varia might, like you said, not be necessary because there's nothing in the superheated part of Magmor, but
that we know of.
Nothing that we know of. But Varia is kind of just a good pickup in general. It does allow you to go through Magmor. It also provides some damage reduction, and since they have all 3 suits now, that's going to be 50% damage reduction. That's going to be extremely helpful, especially since they have Pyro is still only on the 1 E-tank.
Yeah. I would have thought Viapron would be the one to only go for 1 E-tank, but no. So,
Yeah, maybe feeling with these particular settings that better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
But
Viapron's going for early mines and Pyro's going for Phendrana, which this is a very interesting routing divergence.
Yeah, as mentioned, this could decide it. Okay,
yep.
So let's see. Where are our other artifacts? We had Arbor Chamber, Transport Access, Biohazard. They got the one in Plaza.
Yeah.
What else? Workstation. No, wait. Workstation?
Yeah, Magmor Workstation. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, and Viapron just found Boost Ball.
Okay, that's going to be extremely helpful, just for a lot of things, for movement
Yeah,
and
that and also skipping Ridley. So
of
that's
course.
a big point in Viapron's favor right now. Because I don't think there are any artifacts in mines. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong if you know, but I don't believe there are any artifacts in mines, so I doubt that Pyro's going to go there unless, yeah, considering unless he is searching for plasma for a really long time, I doubt he's going to go there, so he might not, he's probably going to have to do Ridley Vanilla.
Yeah, unless circumstances force him into mines, which, as you said, certainly possible.
Also, neither runners have bomb, so
Still, so
yeah.
all right. Pyro did need to go for labs.
Yep.
Another thing is that neither of them has found a visor either, and
That is true.
of course, normally to get through biohazard, you would, at least logic-wise, you would need the thermal visor, but
Yeah. If you play this game enough, you just know where all the locations are anyway, and you don't really need thermal.
yeah. But it doesn't. Of course, if they go the rest of the game without getting either visor, it's going to make fighting
Yeah.
Metroid Prime.
And we've got plasma.
All right, so that's definitely an interesting one. So both players getting really important item. Of course, boost
Pyro
ball.
in go mode right now? I mean, there's still bombs, but does he need them?
I don't know. I don't. Let's see. You know, I don't.
I think Pyro's checking this right now for us.
Double checking the artifacts. Thank you,
Arbor
Pyro.
Chamber.
Yeah,
Chapel of the Elder
Yeah, that's
does
bombs.
require bombs, so
Yeah, that's bombs.
so we're going to have a bombs go mode seed.
That is a rare sentence.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, Pyro is not watching my favorite cutscene in the game. Because you can kill that Metroid before you activate the cutscene, at which point the cutscene will dramatically zoom in on nothing.
yes.
Yeah. The devs did not intend for you to go through mines backwards at all. Wait. What?
That's okay. Thermal visor. So that, like I said, that's actually in logic, which is interesting. It is going to help.
At minimum, it'll save time against Essence.
Yeah. So the question is there going to be anything else?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Pyro is not checking Observatory right now because no bombs. Or not checking Control Tower.
yeah, control tower.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened last week.
Yep, same thing.
And like I said, we were sitting here. Why didn't you do control tower?
Yep.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I missed.
Important. Must have been a missile.
Yeah. But
I did not know you could get out of a boost. Would get out of spinners with a power bomb.
Yeah, that was something Viapron learned with Blood.
Well,
Blood or a failed race. Same thing.
Yeah, it comes in handy this time, so.
Yeah. I remember I was doing like a three-wave race with Viapron where he was basically in that exact same situation. And he had accidentally, he didn't have bombs, and so he was just thinking, he was like, you guys sure? You can't get out of spinners with bombs? Nut for saying like, I don't think so. And then he just tried it, and he was like, y'all lied to me. and we were all genuinely shocked. So there are lots of small things to learn about this game, especially in Randomizer.
I mean, I've said it a lot. I feel like I learn something new every time I watch someone else play. So.
Yep.
That for today, that's going to be you can get out of spinners with power bombs.
Yep.
Of course, fortunately, they started with the power bomb launcher, so they have enough power bombs to sort of, I guess,
Yeah.
throw away on checking that stuff.
Yeah. Starting with main power bombs is actually going to be somewhat significant also because they don't have to deal with power bomb RNG.
True.
Because the game,
And that
unlike Echoes, does not weight the drops depending on what you have, so you can be stuck for a long time farming to refill your one power bomb slot. And Pyro is a player who is very vocally annoyed by these situations and has campaigned for a lot of rules changes to help fix them the same way as Charge Beam. But so far, he has not been successful in convincing us to his cause. That being said, he's not exactly unjust in being very, very annoyed by these.
I think everyone agrees with the principle.
Yeah.
So
And I just learned you can get in there without bombs.
I learned that one last week. I mean, I knew you can. I've landed in there before, but I didn't know you could I didn't know you could do it intentionally. I always did it by accident. So
Yeah. Like he said, learn something new every week.
yeah.
So, yeah, this has been a really interesting seed so far.
Definitely definitely one for the books, I would say.
Yeah. Couldn't quite see what was in the canyon slot there, but considering he didn't go for it, I'm guessing it wasn't anything important.
Yeah.
Neither 30 minutes into the run, and still neither runners have found bombs. And bombs are required, so.
I've heard this one before. So
Yeah! Yep. That was basically last week. This might be the best bombs go mode seed I've ever seen.
alright, and let's see. Okay, something in there? I couldn't quite get a good look at it.
Again, restream quality is very grainy.
Obviously, Pyro says, "Yeah, I'll take it, whatever it is."
Yeah. Ah, visor.
Ah, X-ray. Okay.
Yep.
So again, not required as far as we know yet, but very, very useful. Especially, so both players now have a visor, so both players can have slightly easier fight against Essence.
Yep.
At the very least. Hopefully, we don't find out that anything important. Would it even be possible for bombs to be behind Omega Pirate?
I think so.
Your first reaction is, God, I hope not, but
I
I
mean,
feel like it might be.
I think it is, because I remember seeing people get all the way to Metroid Quarantine A. Oh, I think it technically is possible, but Phase on Mining Tunnel, you have one shot, so it's probably very difficult, so.
Yeah, so that would, I mean, I feel bad for saying that, because I feel like maybe I've jinxed it, but let's just hope that it doesn't
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Vpron going to be heading up to reflecting pool.
Yep.
So
Probably gonna clear out late Chozo. He won't be able to do too much
actually,
because I have bombs, but
is that the right one though? We might be locked out if that's the wrong side.
true. Oh no, he got the right one.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Still not going to be able to do much because you can't activate anything in Hall of the Elders.
Yep.
But
I believe Crossway and Furnace are the only other items he can do.
Yeah, a few checks. What was that? That.
Oh! Oh my! Oh my!
Save! Oh! You gotta be kidding me!
What? 2 weeks in a row!
That is
Wow!
that is I'm
Can we
stunned.
just get an F for Viapron right here, right now?
Yeah, so yeah, Pyro is now in go mode. Vpron, unfortunately. Yeah, that's just that's unfortunate
Oh,
for I mean that's unfortunate in general, but
2 weeks in a row we've got this logic.
that's okay. Okay, I missed that. Let's see.
I think it was one of the Magmore elevators.
Okay.
Probably gonna head back to get Chapel of the Elders. So,
Yeah, now you can get Chapel, and you can also get transport access as well.
yep.
And then let's see
Wait,
that.
oh,
Right,
maybe he's
going
planning a
through
rerun at some point.
might just be going. I mean, he has to go to workstation eventually, so
True. Do
he
you
might
think there
just.
is an elevator to that by Talon, though, so it isn't too far out of his way to just grab it at the end. Hey, I'm not gonna judge him.
Yeah,
He also might just want to pick up more E-tanks before challenging Prime, so...
that's true. I wonder.
Oh, and Viapron is attempting to get out without bombs. I did not know you could do that. And it looks like he's having a difficult time with that, but that is an interesting trick.
Pyro could also be looking for boost as well.
True.
Because there's a lot of quick checks on this route, so
Yeah.
might just be thinking, well, if I can find boost or maybe something else, then it'll be worth it to go through here.
Yeah.
Because Magmore's not too big, so not a huge deal to just go through it.
Wannabe Cat, they were in Ice Ruins East, I think? On the one with the spider track.
Yeah.
So...
Same
And what's crazy is that it's the exact same location as it was last week. And it was a massive troll last week as well.
Yeah. This one wasn't. I feel like this one wasn't as bad compared to how it was last week. It's still not the best location for bombs, obviously, but
Yeah. I think it was just because it was so jet early on.
mm-hmm.
I get the feeling we're going to be waiting for Viapron for a while at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And he is still at it, trying with... Oh, never mind, he gave up.
Yeah.
I get the feeling Viapron is going to be quite salty in the post-interview. And he doesn't have bombs. He can't go there. Viapron. Oh boy, he is not having a good day.
Yeah. I think he's getting a little bit tilted, maybe, but
To be fair, going to mines first was a big risk.
I mean, those are the kinds of risks sometimes you have to take.
Yep, I'm not saying and like he's not free to take those. I like to take big risks sometimes, but risks don't pay off. Oh, and he's trying it again. He's trying for more rolls.
Yeah. Interesting approach. I think Pyro at this point, like you said, just looking for like something to help out. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go for this energy tank right here.
Yeah.
So that maybe that'll be enough. And like you said, it does have to go through workstation.
Yep.
Anyway, so after that, it's just a matter of routing and remembering which elevators are which I've already forgotten like 90% of where the elevators were. So
yeah. I'm gonna go check on Inner Slice, see what he's up to. Go take a look at his his Oh boy, he's fighting Thardus.
Oh, wow. Because reason?
No, actually, never mind. It looks like he's trying to do a Thardus dash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's trying to get out without... But... Oh, no, he just triggered the fight.
Oof. Big oof.
And he does not have plasma, so...
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's another sometimes a big risk is, just fighting bosses in general. I
Angry
think fighting
rocks.
Thardus especially, because a lot of times you fight Thardus just kind of out of desperation.
You spend a lot of effort for your very well-earned missile.
Yeah. I think at least, well, like, Flogger, a lot of the times you end up there because, you just clear Chozo as much as you can, and then you don't find what you need, which is usually Varasu. And so you're just like, well, I guess I have to fight Flagra. But with Thardus, I feel like it's often more of a risk reward type thing.
Ypron, he is not having a good day. Oh, he got very close right there. So.
I feel like having boost is messing with his head. Like I think ironically boost has actually become a disadvantage for him now because he's wasted so much time trying to get in here.
Yeah, he has wasted a ton of time just on these past two tricks. Granted, I'm not entirely sure Pyro has done the most optimal routing to gather his artifacts at the end, but he probably has time to fool around and his stuff. But again, D also probably knows the stuff that.
Yeah,
then again, we might not just understand his plan.
That's true. He could be up. Yeah, he could be operating on a totally different plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy for us to say that,
Yep.
because he has time, because we can see that he's at this point very far ahead of Beacon.
And Inner Slice.
So. All right, looks like, yeah, Pyro now trying to figure out.
Although something to consider, we don't have. Oh wait, never mind. We do have super missiles in play. Never mind. I was about to say we don't have any beam combos, but no, we do have super missiles.
Mm-hmm.
An Inner Slice, it looks like just finished up Flogger right here. I'm gonna see what's on the rocks.
So now the question is,
and it's an E-Tank.
well, it could be worse.
Could be worse.
It could certainly get worse than an E-Tank.
Yeah. He was only at 3 E-Tanks before this, so.
Alright, so Pyro just deciding to check Great Chief Chamber, I guess.
Yeah.
Real quick. I guess, that's fair. It's not terribly long check.
Yeah.
It can be out of the way though. I think I had to see a few. Oh, and he's going for bar skip.
Oh boy.
This, well, if he spends as much time here, I was gonna say, or you could just get out second try.
He's going for Biohazard.
Okay, so that's fair.
Yeah. I was just worried. We're just gonna have both sides of the race just be both runners bang their heads against the wall with Morph Ball, but no.
And it looks like, yeah, Pyro looks like still looking for just whatever he can get. Whatever sort of checks he can get quickly. Obviously.
Yeah, because he doesn't know where Boost Ball or Thermal are, so.
Yeah. And at this point, I doubt he's going to go into mines, so he's probably not going to find Boost Ball or Thermal.
Yeah.
So, basically, just hoping for some E-Tanks, maybe a little bit more safety.
Yep. Yeah.
And the nice thing about, of course, Randomizer is that you can do frigate backwards.
Yeah,
So
you can
don't,
do a lot of places backwards in this.
yeah.
It leads to some interesting stuff. Some of the stuff we had is actually patched, so it's possible. Like labs backwards is not possible in vanilla due to the scan barrier in Hydra, but it was patched to make it possible. But upper mines backwards is not possible due to the mining laser barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Viapron is still going at it. He's gotten so close.
I mean, how many times would you have to attempt this before you gave up?
Yeah. Because this isn't in logic. He is very determined. Do you remember what the third artifact we have is that's not in Phendrana? I know. Oh wait, never mind. It's Arbor Chamber. That's what we're still looking for. So
Yeah, Arbor Chamber, transport access, and
Chapel, the
Chapel.
others.
Okay, so yeah.
So he's gonna have to head back to Phendrana after this. But
Yeah, at some point. I mean, you can't get Arbor Chamber now, so
yep,
this
he
time.
doesn't have grapple
That's
beam, but
the
so
correct
he
way.
will have to do the He will have to do the dash again, but that's not really too hard. He clearly did it without too much trouble earlier on in the seed, so.
Oh, and now he's heading back to. Again, I've already forgotten where the elevators go, so.
Oh boy, looks like he's struggling with frigate climb a bit.
It just keeps slipping off the standable collision up there.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. There's multiple ways to get up the giant mess of collision that is Crash Frigate. I use a different method that isn't as finicky, but he seems to have gotten his up there.
Yeah, he did it earlier first try, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now time to get reminded where this one is going.
Yep, because I've forgotten either. It's either Mines or Phendrana.
Yeah, and this is why I don't do random elevators. Because
I mean, I do, but I've been trying to keep track of both runners.
Yeah, because my lizard brain is
Oh, Magmor.
Magmar. Okay. Okay, this was the other. Yeah, this is the other workstation.
Yeah.
Elevator. Okay, so now, well, at least he has a direct route back to Phendrana.
Yeah, not entirely sure this was the best routing, considering he's going through Magmor twice, but he's got enough of a lead that I doubt this will matter too much.
What? I think he's confused. He meant to go on artifacts, but he accidentally scanned a piece of lore.
Ah, that's why.
Is he trying to remember where transport access is?
He might be.
Like, I mean, I gotten confused about that before because there's
Yeah,
transport access, and then there's
it's a
transport access
very
north. So,
it's a
and then there's also transport tunnel A and B. So
yeah.
I can understand having some confusion. He did say earlier he was a bit rusty, so
Yeah.
I can understand having confusion.
Yeah, I know he has like
Place
a
names.
giant word doc of all the location
Yeah,
names.
that could be
Because
it.
that's how I found out. Asking the other runners in when doing a casual race, where a location is, that can lose you the race. Especially in random elevators where it's not assumed everyone has hints.
And he's going to
Chozo.
Chozo. Did he get the artifact in main plaza earlier? I thought he
I
did.
think he did.
Yeah. So what does he not realize he's in go mode?
He might not.
Okay. Now our runners are about to be in the exact same spot for 1 second.
Yep. And honestly, Inner Slice might end up pulling ahead right here.
This is interesting. I'm
Because
not.
he has bombs. Although he does not have plasma. I just realized that. I'm looking at his stream right now and he doesn't have plasma.
Okay.
And he's leaving Fendrana right now without plasma. So yeah, never mind. I still think it's Pyro's got this.
So basically, at this point, we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Other than
Oh, I think I know what's going on. I think Pyro's trying to get back to the Fendrana South elevator, the one right next to transport access, because he doesn't want to have to go through all the way through mines again, or all the way through labs.
I guess that makes sense, but he's gonna have to go through. He's gonna have to go through that one way or another because he has to get to chapel too.
Yeah, that or Thardis, but
Yeah. I mean, maybe he goes for Thardis here. Maybe he just does Thardis. He has plasma and everything, so.
yeah, Thardis isn't too big an investment with lots of power bombs and plus, but no, he's still making checks.
Yeah, he's still so.
He might not realize he's go mode.
Yeah, either that or he just really, really wants boost ball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't blame him. I had my seat earlier today. I ended up not getting boost ball, and it was in like, where was it? It was somewhere in mines, I think. So Vpron is trying to get into this tunnel, which you normally need bombs for, but it doesn't have bombs. But you can get in it with I should say, a perfectly timed boost.
Oh, he was so close right there.
And
I think at this point it's perfectly timed.
Yeah.
He's been at this for like 20 minutes at this point.
It feels like he's gotten close a few times, but it's so hard to tell because it's such a small window that you really don't know.
Yeah, this is doing morph ball bomb stuff with boost ball. It's very tricky.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's gonna die on this hill.
And now, okay, I was like, wait, did he get stuck somewhere? Or no, the camera just being weird.
Oh, and if you want some entertainment, head over to Interslice's stream where he's currently attempting hell runs.
I mean, you know, this special 5th week special event has turned out to be very special indeed.
Yeah, I was like saying, like, I mean, the season isn't that bad. This is probably gonna be like a pretty standard week, pretty quick whack up, and then runners have been making some interesting decisions.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Pyro opting not to check burn dome, so
Yeah.
I really think he's just like he's really just got to be like doing whatever quick checks he can to try and find boost.
Yeah, and I think he's
Because at this point he can't. He's not looking for E-tanks. I think
yeah.
5 is probably good enough.
Yeah, 5 plus all 3 suits is more than enough.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just I think he's just trying to get back to the elevator at this point.
Yeah.
This is
He's
why
probably
this
having a bit of an existential crisis.
yeah.
Okay, he had to have gotten the artifact in the tree because he's got 3, and we know where the other 3 are. So
Yeah.
yeah, you must just have been doing this for routing.
Yeah, I think he's just been routing, to be honest, a bit poorly. Like he probably should not have left Fendrana without those
Oh, and
without this
Vibra
other
got it.
core. Hey!
We totally missed it. We were too focused on.
We apologize. We were distracted via
Sorry, Ron, but
and he doesn't have barrier suit, so he's got to attempt the hell run.
or no, he's going back through Twin Fires.
Oh,
Going the other
yeah.
way. So
Never mind, and that's not too much of a risk considering he has gravity suit. So
yeah.
Viapron is in the clear.
All right, so
Pyro showing off, even though he has Spider Ball.
Back to gameplay.
Never mind.
No, it's 2 is enough.
And here's the question: Will he go through labs or Thardis?
Yeah.
Looks like the answer is Thardis.
All right, so is he gonna do what Interslice did, try to go for Thardis skip, or is he just gonna try and power through?
Yep.
And what I was gonna say is, when it comes to random elevators, I really don't blame anyone for like having some questionable routing.
Yeah, true.
It is hard to remember.
Yeah,
everything.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to deal with Thardis pretty quickly because of, as you saw, the power bomb. He's going to have plasma beam. He's got supers, so
yeah.
This
there's a lot of bosses in this game that have very odd weaknesses that kill them very quickly if you have items that you're not supposed to have at some point in the game. It's honestly very interesting if you take a look at the spreadsheet of all the bosses.
Yeah, and Thardis has a lot of these particular weaknesses.
Yeah. My theory as to why is for debugging purposes. They just coded a bunch of items so that they could use debug mode to just finish bosses quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's also possible. I mean, it's also possible that you were supposed to get plasma beam at a different time.
Yeah, we do know
Thardis
was originally intended to be in a different location.
Yeah.
We originally know he was supposed to be the boss of Magmore Caverns.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually concept art we have of the original boss that was supposed to be in Vendrana Drift. Looks kind of like a Sheegoth, like a very big Sheegoth. But it got cut for reasons we do not know, and Thardis got moved to Vendrana because I guess they felt Vendrana was more important than Magmore.
Yeah. And so basically, we said Thardis has all these different weaknesses. So what you're seeing, so first off, if you lay a power bomb right at the start, it hits like all of his vulnerable spots, making them a lot weaker. If you lay bombs as he's rolling, it immediately reveals the vulnerable spot, so you don't have to use thermal to see it. I mean, you don't have to use thermal anyway, but it just exposes the spot immediately without you having to hit it.
Yep.
And then
right here, if you time the power bomb right well, you can finish the fight pretty much right here.
Yeah.
And think he got the right timing? And he got it.
Yeah. And Thardis does take, I believe, double damage to Plasma Beam.
Yeah, he takes double damage to Plasma Beam in addition to Plasma Beam being the best beam in the game.
Yeah. So it's pretty... If you have all of these things, then it's...
Thardis isn't that bad.
you still don't want to fight him if you can avoid it, but
Yeah.
if you have to, at least if you have these things, then it's not that bad. And it is going to be an E-tank, so not... Oh yeah, you mentioned Inner Slice. Got that earlier, so...
Yeah.
The
Inner
other
Slice,
thing...
from my quick checks right now, is currently in Magmore Workstation. So, and he still, I don't believe, has not checked. He does not have plasma, so it is still... Pyro still very much has a big lead. He is the only one who is actually in go mode here. And unfortunately, Viapron has made very poor routing luck, to be quite blunt, but...
I mean, the 50-50, you know,
Yeah.
versus Fendrana, that's
Yeah,
not...
Mons Fendrana is basically the classic randomizer decision.
Yeah.
And he played it poorly.
Yeah, that's just a coin flip. But
Yeah.
after that, yeah, definitely some interesting decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I think that getting the save station dash was, I think, more a point of pride than just effective routing decision, because he probably knows that was not an effective decision, but
yeah,
I think he just wanted to say, I can do this, which...
Let's see.
I mean, if you're at this point and he still doesn't have bombs, at this point it's more about showing off than winning.
Mm-hmm. And of course, he's still not in Fendrana, so it's still going to be a while before he finds bombs.
Yeah. We are going to be in the post-race commentary for a long time. Or he might just be waiting until someone else finishes to forfeit. Yeah. Either way, I imagine there will be salt about bombs locations from him.
Oh, he's going to be so salty when he finds out it was the same spot as last week.
Yeah.
So, that is going to be...
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have to put your kids to bed for that one.
Yeah. If you're young, you shouldn't watch this. Please discretion your viewers.
And speaking of boss weaknesses,
Yeah.
Sheegoth, in addition to being, of course, vulnerable to plasma, will die to one power bomb.
This one makes a bit more sense, though, considering Sheegoths do show up as regular enemies later on, so...
Yeah.
And it does give some additional utility to power bombs, because that's one of the things that I really love about Prime 1. Every single item has uses, except for Spider Ball, has uses to speed things up or just make things better after you acquire it and after you do all the checks. They all help with navigation throughout the world, and even Spider does to an extent. There aren't like as many just lock and key items.
Mm-hmm.
And like power bombs have the utility is that they can insta-kill pretty much any enemy in the game, which can be very helpful in some situations like the one Pyro is in right now. So Pyro really just needs to head back to Talon right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he is going to head back through the TARDIS-sized hole he made in the routing and backtrack back to Talon. Oh, Viapron, it looks like is climbing up. He is climbing up Frigate in the front way. Because he doesn't have bombs, that will mean he can't go all the way through Frigate. And he will have to head back. So.
You can get there with boost, I think.
That is true. You can get through with...
So we might be seeing some more boost action.
Yeah. I do think that the boost ball in the underwater stuff is less of an issue than the stuff he was getting up to earlier, which is legitimately very difficult. Like,
yeah,
that stuff is hard. I do not blame Viapron at all for struggling for a very long time with that. Not sure if it was the best routing decision, but that takes some serious skill to pull off. And he did.
I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, you can say it was not, but...
When you're spectating the race, you can say a lot of things are mistakes, but when you're running the race, it's a lot more unclear. You can always say, oh, I should have backtracked to Dynamo in Chozo Ruins immediately upon getting Spider Ball, but the odds just aren't there. But that one time it's Phazon suit there, which it was right now, but fortunately the runners had Spider Ball, you're gonna really regret not checking it. Routing seems a whole lot simpler after the race is done.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe Pyro's elevator navigation shenanigans had to point to them that we didn't realize.
Mhm.
Because we are not Pyro.
Another nice thing about the current version of the randomizer is this door, which is normally locked from the other side. You can set it to be open all the time.
Yep.
Getting back to this elevator, much nicer experience.
Yep, because previously you would have to go all the way around through Hive Mecha. The devs never intended you to be able to jump all the way up there, but because we're good at exploiting
the door anyway.
Yeah, but because we're good at exploiting their broken code, we figured out a way to get up there anyway, and then proceeded to be annoyed at them that they locked the door.
Yeah.
It is unlike I believe Reverse Labs, this is an option you can enable or disable. Some people think that it kind of goes against the spirit of the game, so they leave it unchecked. But for the weeklies, it was done, and it was voted on that we allowed it to be open.
And I'm honestly in either way. I tend to leave it off, but I'm more of a traditionalist. Like I said, I like to play with 12 artifacts, so
yeah,
it's all a preference thing.
Yeah. Pyro, after all, is spelunking throughout the cave. Still has not found Grapple. I wonder where Grapple Beam is. And so because of that, he has to do the dash, which he is struggling right now a bit more than he was earlier on in the run.
Yeah, he got it first try last time, so...
Yeah. Don't let the runner's first attempts fool you. This can be a very irritating trick.
Yeah, it's very precise, and you have to wait for this zoomer to be in the right position.
Yeah.
And even then, it's still pretty easy to fail.
And our runners are high-fiving right now. I'm gonna go check on Inner Slice. He's currently in Chozo Ruins, currently doing energy core stuff, so... And he still does not have Plasma Beam. So... I think it is still... It looks like Pyro got... Yeah, Pyro got the dash, so...
I'm gonna guess Grapple on... Let's see.
I mean, Lower Mines is pretty much the only place we haven't seen so far, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna guess Life Grove Tunnel.
Yeah, seems about normal for Life Grove Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of our runners very few of our runners have had both Boost Ball and normal bombs. So I don't think anyone's checked Life Grove. And Pyro has gotten all of his artifacts and is heading off to the temple to fight Space Dragon and Beam Crab.
Yeah, and again, because Pyro does not have boost, he's gonna have to do phase 1 of Ridley the normal way.
Yeah. Normally, we use one of those really weird exploits because Ridley phase 1 is actually vulnerable to Boost Ball, and Boost Ball does 50,000 damage a second.
A frame.
Frame. I'm sorry. Big difference.
50,000 damage a frame. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a small difference. It doesn't really mean anything in the end because, of course, he becomes invulnerable once you get him down to second phase. So,
But it's a very effective way to skip the first phase of Ridley, and most runners will do it. Still interesting that we haven't seen any of the beam combos besides super missiles, though.
yeah, I mean, I feel like, a lot of stuff is probably just okay. What is he saying? H. He didn't. He
High?
didn't dot. I guess it's high, but he didn't dot the I.
True.
So, or at least it didn't look like he dotted the I. So.
Anyway, hi Pyro.
I think he said HL. Cool. Wave Buster. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't quite see what was on Grapple Edge.
Sorry, yeah. Like we said, Restream is very grainy.
Yeah, can be hard to tell with these small items like being combos.
Yeah, and Wave Buster is not that useful. There are a few use cases for it, but it's a situational item, so the runners may not have felt they needed to pick up, considering they do have super missiles.
Yeah, it's like we were saying last week. It's useful if you have a lot of missiles. Against Exo, but you just don't have a lot of missiles a lot of the time.
There are a few other use cases for it as well. It's very good for killing cloaked drone, which can be very annoying otherwise.
True.
Especially if you're playing vanilla and don't have X-ray. And you can also damage Flagra normally with it. Like normally with Flagra, you have to damaging it only stuns it, and then you have to go into the bomb slots and blow them all up. With Wave Buster, you can actually just flat out deal damage to its health bar.
It's true that you can deal damage, but you don't deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, it takes like 200 missiles to kill it all the way.
Yeah.
But if you're in that situation where you are fighting Flogger with 200 missiles and Wave Buster, you are absolutely doing it because you are very upset at this seed, and it just feels so satisfying. It looks like Fiatron has finally entered Fendrana and is fighting rocks to start, which is always pleasant. Especially considering he does not have plasma.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have plasma, deciding to go Stardust first. So, not gonna get plasma until he goes through labs, and he's gonna find bombs pretty soon, and he's going to at that point he might just forfeit, and I wouldn't.
Yeah. And Interslice still has not found plasma. He's currently in late Chozo. So there were labs in late Fendrana was the correct routing. Unfortunately, it looks like only Pyro decided to do them anything besides dead last. Which, unfortunately, is how Randomizer works sometimes. It's oftentimes just down to RNG.
I think that's why they call it Randomizer.
Really? Huh. Never would have guessed. Yeah. And you can currently see why so many of the people in the community do flyby skip. Space Dragon doesn't always cooperate.
Yeah, he's a bit of a butt sometimes.
I have such bad luck with Space Dragon that it's my Discord status. Like I don't get good Space Dragons ever. He is a dashaholic when I'm around.
I did 2 seeds last week, or today, last week, and the first one he dashed, I want to say like 14 times in a row, and then the second one he didn't dash at all. Yeah. So
Pyro is nailing the snipes on Ridley's mouth very well, because Ridley's mouth, when he's doing the dash animation, is actually one of the few things in the game that you can't auto-target because his hand moves up to block it, so you have to manually aim for the upper half of his mouth, which is a very tricky thing to do.
You did do really well there.
Yeah, that was a very clean Ridley fight for Pyro. Well done. Oh no.
Oh God, V-Prawn, please, just
Stop hurting yourself.
yeah. He's going. Well, now he's going back. He's deciding to go through labs now, I guess. Maybe go through deaths instead of going. V-Prawn, you're just going further and further away from the bombs.
Oh no.
And okay, now
Oh,
he's
I
gonna
think he's
try
trying for the dash.
warranty monitor dash.
Yep.
Oh wow,
That
he
is,
got it.
yeah, that can actually be a very tricky dash, so props. Oh, and we've got our validator. All right, pack it up here, guys.
All
Viacron
right.
is the actual winner of this
Oh,
race.
yeah, GG. So unfortunately, that is going to disqualify Pyro, but
Yeah, he went
he
to
tried his best.
Yep. But the actual winner is the first person to get flamethrower. It's clearly in the rules. Right under this is not in the rules.
Yeah, of course, Inner Slice might have gotten that first. He did do Thordis first, so
Yeah, true. And it's like we haven't been keeping too big of a track on him, so.
yeah.
But he is a competitor in this race. Viapron is attempting to do the impact critter climb, but it looks like he is having some trouble with it. Oh, but it looks like he finally got it. That first jump is definitely the hardest part. It took me a while to figure out.
That's one of those things that I need to learn one of these days.
Yeah.
I just haven't prioritized it because it's not. You don't get anything from it.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it's not something
it's useful in every single run.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I still have to get back to learning at some point, but
Yeah. It looks like Viapron is heading in the correct direction of bombs, finally. And if anyone in Germany hears a loud thump after Viapron throws something, please go over and encourage him to calm down and repair his internet. Oh boy, Interslice is currently doing Flagra.
oh wow, he's way off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we should probably, should we explain in XO a bit, or do you think people in the stream have watched enough races to get at this point?
I mean, there's always some people.
Sure, yeah.
Turning in for the first time, so.
Yeah. So, Metroid Prime Exoskeleton, or Beam Crab as I call him, it's basically split into 4 rooms, each with a bunch of individual phases, and each phase can only be damaged by 1 beam. In the first room, he only has phases for Power Beam and Wave Beam. In the next room, he has Power Wave and Ice. In the third one, he has Power Wave, Ice, and Plasma. And then in the final room, also known as Chaos Phase, and Viapron just died internally.
Well, he didn't go into shock.
Yeah, true.
He's so far taking it pretty well, but
so far.
Let me just see. Hasn't said anything in the SRL yet, so for sure when he gets some downtime, he'll have some
choice
comments.
Words for the seed.
Yeah.
Who was it that generated the seed?
Who generated the seed? Looks like Pyro, maybe? Oh no, I think Link made it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a witch hunt for them by Viapron.
Yeah, I think it looks like Link made it, so.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, as we should probably talk more about Pyro's adventures in the land of Prime. Yeah. Fun fact about those balls of energy, you actually don't need to shoot them with the correct beam. Despite the fact that they're color-coded like every other thing in this game, you do not need to shoot them with every other thing in this fight. You do not need to shoot them with the correct beam. They just die to 1 missile each, which is very handy to keep in mind because they Tomen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pyro does not have Ice Spreader, so he is unfortunately having to land the Ice Beam charge shots manually, which can be very tricky considering the slow speed of Ice Beam. Ice Spreader technically goes slower than just shooting ice charge slots and hitting every one, but Ice Beam is just so it's slow and very difficult to hit that Ice Spreader is still very much worth picking up in Randomizer.
All right, and Chaos Phase starting off nicely.
Yep.
So shooting a missile straight into the ice phase, shooting a super
Yeah.
missile, I should say.
Yep. In Chaos Phase, Prime can change colors whenever he feels like it. And it looks like he just changed to Plasma, which is actually pretty good for Pyro, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two phases you want Prime to be on are Plasma and Ice because they deal the most damage.
I mean, Power Phase is really good for Super Missiles, too, but... It depends.
Yeah, that's true. But ideally, you want to see Plasma a lot.
Yeah.
And not so much Wave.
Yep, Wave is pretty unambiguously the worst.
Oh, and they can also randomly charge.
Yeah. Yeah, Prime can basically just do whatever he wants in this phase. Oh no. Viapron's leaving Phendrana.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Guys. Plasmas and labs. Don't leave. Stop it. You're not helping.
Oh boy. And that is going to go to Magmar, and he doesn't have Varia, I think.
Yeah, because Varia's in Gravity Chamber.
So, okay.
To be fair, this is perfectly normal for Viaprod. The dude loves doing so.
Good number of E-tanks.
Yep. And Pyro is opting not to skip the music, and is going to enter the very exciting final phase of the final boss fight, where for the first minute you basically do nothing.
Yep.
Because you can't do nothing. How this works is much like how the first half of the fight focused on the beams, the Metroid Prime Essence focuses on the visors, and throughout the fight it will go invisible, and you have to switch to the correct visor to see it correctly. Pyro only has one additional visor, so he will be missing out on basically a third of the phases. So, and what Pyro and how you actually damage Prime is when it drops it can drop pools of concentrated Phazon that you have to go stand in, and this activates Phazon Beam, which is a hidden upgrade you get when you acquire Phazon Suit, and this is actually the only reason why Phazon Suit is mandatory. Because if you don't have it, despite the fact that the devs don't intend for it to be possible for you to get here without Phazon Suit, Phazon Beam just won't activate without it.
Yep.
And this is actually the only requirement in place in the game where you are hard required, no matter what, to have a suit. My dreams of a suitless Prime Run are forever dashed by this fight. Along with a casual run having fun. Because this fight is really boring without tricks. Because what Pyro is doing is that he is effectively stepping in and out of the pool rapidly to conserve its uses, while also hitting Prime sporadically enough that it effectively skips actions in Prime's queue, so it just goes straight to dropping another pool, which speeds this fight up a lot from when done in a casual run. And also lets you do something for 90% of the fight.
Just a little bit of health left on.
Yep, and fortunately, you can technically still hit Prime while he's invisible, but it's a bit tricky. However, you can see him with Scan Visor, which is what Pyro is attempting to do right now, and you can do that to attempt to finish off the fight while he's invisible. Fortunately, you are on a time limit, so... And
That actually.
hey!
That's it.
And we have our winner. You still here?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah. Stream bugged out for me is bugging out for me for a bit.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, GG.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You probably
And
guessed.
Vtron forfeit, so understandable.
Oh yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Hello, Vprawn.
Hello there.
So, I'm gonna start with Vtron. What did you think when you found those bombs?
I already knew bombs were there. I just was hoping. I was hoping. I didn't knew they were exactly there, but I knew they gonna be in Fendrana, giving on where I got thermal and boost, and I was like, hopefully the phase on east elevator is gonna be the phase on west elevator is gonna be Fendrana. No, it was for Chozo, and now Pyro, it comes the best part. I don't know, I think for a half hour, I did a wall boost to get to the safe state elevator in Far Chozo. That was something.
Yeah, he
was,
spent a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, unfortunately, I think it did come down kind of to the coin flip. Pyro went.
Fendrana first.
Pyro,
Yeah, at
Pyro
one
went
point.
Fendrana, and Vtron went mines, and Fendrana had everything for go mode.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean,
Yeah.
It's Plasma.
Yeah.
No, it did have everything for go mode. So.
Where was Plasma?
It was in labs. It was in ether.
Oof, yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah, you and
Yeah.
I was trying to keep a tab on you and Inner Slice, and you guys were very determined to not go labs. Oh, never mind. Just checking on the stream
Yeah.
right now. Inner Slice is finally checking. He finally got Plasma Beam right now, so he has just finally entered Go mode.
Yeah, that was I deserve to lose this one. I deserve that. That was I was like, oh my god, I'm in Fortrezzo without bombs. No, why? And then I was like, maybe I can get the wall boost. And then I wasted so much time. I was like, I wasted so much time. It doesn't matter if I now backtrack or just keep trying. But the thing is, what made me very, very salty was I had like 10 attempts that were like very close.
I mean, that's
And-
what. Yeah, we saw you were getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Those times.
And also, I just did that strat the very first time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I never have done that one before. I just knew it works like that, and then I was like, I can try it.
Well, congrats on getting it eventually.
Yeah.
It was.
I just want to quickly
I've
shout
done-
out the ice spreaders in Sun Chamber and the flamethrowers in Quarantine Monitor.
Oh yeah, I got flamethrower.
Oh. Yeah, no, I never got that one.
You said the ice spreader was in Sun Chamber?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Farga had a minor thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, my for me the three things that stood out was whoops at the soft lock, trying to go out of bounds.
Oh, yeah,
And
true,
realizing-
you-
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
wondering.
you
about that.
you reset. You had to load a save twice in the early game.
Yep, because I died to magma pool because of that. I took a sun bath, just dived headfirst into the lava. I was like, well, I'll at least check what items are here. And I
Yeah.
literally died trying to get out of the room.
Yeah,
I
you
think
were
it was
literally like 1 second away from getting out.
Yeah, and then also the biggest time loss I think was actually muddling up Hall of Elders and Chapel of Elders. I literally could have picked up the artifacts when I picked up the
that
bombs.
way-
Then.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were-
okay. We were wondering about that.
Yeah, we were curious. Like, why were you like going back and clearing Chozo when you were in Go mode at that point?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm sure like it's one check. I have every mandatory item. I know my artifact is in Chozo runes. It is not.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, so when I found, and then to top it off, with the way I routed, I was like, well, the fastest way is probably going through Tantrum Rock. Sorry, Thardus.
Same thing.
Which is why I ended up going. That's why I ended up facing off against him, even though I knew Thardus wouldn't have anything, except maybe the. No, he wouldn't have the thermal visor, because he's technically needs it. Yeah. So yeah, I knew it was going to be a waste of time. But it was like, well, I could either go for the labs. Or...
Yeah, it's either labs or Thardus, and
again,
honestly, considering you had so many power bombs and plasma, Thardus is probably faster.
Yeah, I did think of the control tower. I never did get to check why. I guess it was a missile or something not important.
Yeah, no one did.
For me, what is very funny, the one time I decide to skip labs, because I always do labs, because from out of all the areas in the game, my movement in labs is the best. And now, where I decided to skip it once, it juked me. It is amazing. I hate lab now.
I feel like you've had a string of really bad luck. Like you. Like
can we just have a weekly that isn't cursed for once, please?
Yeah, like
you're asking way too much there.
One week ago was where Phazon was in the same location and in this seat, and everyone had it except for me. Then the next seat was Ice Beam, and I got
then Ice Beam in labs.
Yeah.
And then in last week there was the bombs in the same place we had it this week.
Oh yeah. Oof.
That was
what is up with the weekly seeds? And we're trying new people.
Why is this happening?
I guess I didn't get to share any bad jokes with chat this time around.
Yeah, no, they were very, very, very disappointed you weren't around to regale them with your bountiful humor.
I'll be back soon.
Were the people at least entertained by my suffering in the safe station room?
Yeah, you
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, you were having a bit of a moment.
Is there anyone else participating in the race?
Yeah, there is Innerslice who is currently on Ridley.
All right, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Good work keeping an eye on him. That's
awesome.
Yeah. There's more people in it than is just in the stream. I like to keep an eye on the other streams when I'm just commentating. Yeah.
I knew once when I found the Fadria suit in Fendrana that I was really curious then. V-Prom made.
I think I'm gonna set out the next week. I think I want to commentate next week.
You really ought to do commentation.
Commentary is fun.
Yeah, I know. The last time I commentated was on Echoes, and I don't know much about Echoes, but yeah, I should actually set off 1 week because the only good
I don't believe
first
you
one.
after
The seeds hate you, man.
They really does.
We've seen. So
after I saw Phazon suit in Dynamo, I was like, not this time.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I was just like, oh boy, this seed, it was like attempting to be cursed, but
so, the last seed, you must know, quick story. I was in Phazon suit was in Hydro Access Tunnel, and I asked my viewers if I should check Hydro Access Tunnel without gravity, because I said I don't want to get juked by Phazon suit anymore. And then I think like 45 minutes later, Diggle finished, and where did I found the Phazon suit? Hydro Access Tunnel.
Yeah, that's happened with you and me too.
yeah.
Actually, now you mention it, I remember in the race when I got to that moment where I was in go mode. There was, or supposedly, one artifact in Chosen Runes when there wasn't, and the one in Biohazard Containment. I'm sure you saw me pause on that when I was looking over the
that was hilarious.
yeah.
Like I remember basically saying like, oh, these artifacts have been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
They'll never melt. Could be Thardus, could be Flagra, could be Biohazard Containment. Oh my god, I jinxed it.
Yeah. And then right at that moment, I was like, okay, do I go for the frigate and then go back? Like, what's the routing here? Because with the random elevators, you really got to keep in mind where every elevator you've taken goes. That's why I randomly pop into elevator rooms and then just dive on right out, because it helps me with the routing decision. too often. Usually,
Well,
yeah,
it's
the
better to know
river.
where those elevators are. I just have a hard time keeping track of it in my head. I noticed you went to the map a few times.
Oh yeah, especially when because it's been like it's been a week or two since I've played Metroid Prime, and I was forgetting. I was like, is Arbor? Is that the one I soft locked on? I think it is. It's not the Fendrana's Edge one, is it? Oh no, if it's Fendrana's Edge, why am I doing Fendrana's Edge without Plasma Beam? There's so many checks I can't do. I'll be fine. And actually, yeah, there was kind of a smart play to go for Fendrana looking for the Plasma Beam as well, because it's like by definition the Plasma Beam won't be Plasma Beam locked. So I hopefully the Plasma Beam would be there, and lo and behold, in the middle of the labs.
Yeah, going your labs first was definitely paid off. So.
You definitely made pretty much all the right decisions early on.
And I got
soft locking
lucky.
yourself.
Yeah, the soft lock and the what were you gonna say, Vipron?
Yeah. No. I would say I will spare those for my last words.
And yeah, I think it was the right call to avoid all the bosses, and I would have avoided Tantrum Rock if I could, but at that point,
Yeah. At that point, it's not even too bad, anyways.
yeah, like with the Plasma Beam and the power bombs and the bombs, even without the Thermal Visor. That was the other reason why I didn't do Tantrum Rock so early on, because I was like, well, I don't have bombs, I don't have the Thermal Visor. This is that's gonna be a really tedious fight if I do it now. So I'm glad.
I forgot, where was the X-ray visor?
X-ray was in Fendrana Shorelines in the tower.
Yep.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I decided to go get that. There was one missile expansion I skipped on, and I later on was like, did I need it? Because I didn't have Ice Spreader, it kind of worked out. Or any beam combo. I could have got the wave, but did you bother picking up the Wave Buster in Chozo, Vpron?
No. I will never bother picking that one up.
Yeah, I like to do it. It can help against like Cloak Drone and occasionally Prime if you have too many missiles, but...
And the Beam Pirates in that one room where you have to clear them out.
Yeah.
It's like...
With Beam Pirates, you can just soft lock them, or stun lock them with Wave Beam, though.
I always jump into a room, wait until I see him, and then I shoot a charged Ice Beam shot or Plasma shot, one of those two, and then he gets uncharged, like right
Where was the
after
boost
that.
ball again?
Where
was the boost ball?
Quarry, Main Quarry.
Main Quarry.
I can't
Yeah,
feel
We never even went into mine, so...
Yeah.
I was so happy when I saw Boost Ball because I went to Mines right after I don't remember, but I went to Mines very early on and I saw that Boost Ball, and then I saw Thermal. I was like, oh, okay, Vendrana's probably the play I need to make. And then I was like, okay, let's check all of early Mines and let's hope the elevator in Phasal Mines West is something I can take. It was something I was able to take, but...
Yeah, because you didn't have the Varia. Did you have the Varia suit then?
No. By the way, Varia. Where was Varia?
Varia.
Gravity Chamber.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, Vendrana.
And then, is it quicker to defeat the first phase of Ridley with Plasma Beam or Super Missiles? I really wasn't sure. And at one point, I was even just sitting there, and I was like, wait a minute, I should be trying to damage him right now. This is not a normal Ridley fight.
I think Plasma is the way to go.
Yeah, I think Plasma, if anything, it might be faster just because you use less missiles that you can use on the other phases.
But that was my line of thinking. It's like, well, I can use, I'll have to go to the missile recharge station for the fight against Metroid Prime itself. I don't have to, but, you know, I should. But then it's like, okay, well, that's another decision to make. I don't think there was anything else in particular to highlight otherwise, or any last thoughts on my run, unless you had any commentating or questions. Same for you, Vpron.
Well, I only have one more thing to say to everyone. If you play random elevators and you don't have bombs, don't decide to go deep into something.
Yeah, there's so many bomb soft locks in this game. I mean, is it the same for Super Metroid and several other Metroid games?
I learned soft lock. I just had to. I had two options. The option number one, just backtrack back through Mines and then go to Vendrana. And and then like option number 2, just do wall boosts and try to get to the elevator. But to be honest, if the elevator behind the save station were an elevator I wasn't able to take, I would just forfeit it because, and I did a hell run to the end.
Yeah, I will say this race was really interesting to commentate. Like, especially early on, like right after the Mines Fendrana split, this was really interesting to see because it did look like Viapron's gamble of going Mines was paying off.
And then,
I was worried about that.
And just like the early stuff with Pyro soft having to load saves twice, this was a really exciting run.
Yeah. Got to keep the viewers entertained somehow. I can't believe Vipron, I started the Arbor Chamber out of bounds, which I don't even know if it was allowed or not.
It's allowed.
Out of bounds
okay,
because
the only trick that's banned is infinite speed, and that's purely due to emulation differences.
Yeah,
and I hope someday we can find some way to get it allowed because it sucks that it's banned.
As well?
I love my Hall of the Elders spin to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's not broken, it's a big risk.
It's not that risky, it's just you don't know what the second item is you get.
Yeah.
Sure. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Probably something about Fendrana.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a fun race. I'm really glad I got to participate for once.
Yeah.
And thank you for commentating. I can't wait to watch the VOD. And I hope everyone here had a good time watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Anyway, I would encourage you all to follow the streams of all the runners. They're good people. I would encourage you all to join the Randomizer community. It's a fun place. We've got a Discord with a lot of people, and we've got a lot of emphasis on teaching you people how to run. You don't need to know all the fancy speedrunning tricks to attempt the runs. You just you can do it purely by playing the game vanilla. There are settings for just doing vanilla tricks. In fact, that's actually what the Randomizer mostly runs. We only have in Logic some very, very basic tricks that pretty much anyone can learn with no effort. So it's a very inclusive community, and I would encourage everyone here to join.
Oh yeah, this is the Randomizer community that got me into randomizers. And I just want to point out that Interslice has finished second place with a time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
Nice. Can you type a GG for me because I already left the.
Yeah, sure. And Interslice comments saying, going back to Chozo after getting bombs was a mistake.
Yeah, I was trying to keep a few eye on his routing. He did not make good routing. He did not have good routing luck. Just saying.
And yeah, you just reminded me that artifact and monitor station as well. I was just like, I gotta go here at some point too. So
yeah,
well,
I feel like I kind of got lucky for the mistakes I made. And
Pyro did the perfect play. Interslice did the bad play, and I got clickbaited by mine.
Yeah, I think easily my biggest mistake, other than the soft locks, was not going to Chapel of Elders. As soon as I found the bombs there, it's like, well, I should have I should have picked it up, and that would have saved me. Because then I wouldn't have to do Thardis, so I would have saved 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it would have saved you a lot of time. We were trying to figure out what you were up to by not going to grab that, but
you have no idea how tempted I was to just turn on the mic to be like, "Hey, commentators, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm an idiot."
You should learn the farthest skip.
There's one or two skips. I know the majority of them, but there's one or two that I'm a little bit not familiar with or need to practice on. Particularly your guide on how to get the item in Rune Gallery. The ledge boost strat. It's I need to practice that.
I used it in the last weekly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way. On my hell run through Magmore, you want to know what item I got? I got the best item. I got grapple beam.
Oh, even better.
Where
was the grapple beam?
Yeah.
It was in storage cavern.
That's the one I am completely spaced out on. Where was it?
Wait, what?
Storage cavern. The
Wait,
the
what?
one by
Are you
Triclops
sure?
pit.
Wait,
Are
say
you
that
sure?
again.
The one by Triclops pit.
Was it
Or-
the
yeah.
room behind Triclops pit? Because that is the one item in Magma I completely skipped on. I was just like,
Yes.
I already, yeah, that'd be it. Yeah, because I was like, I know where all my artifacts are. I'm in go mode. Any check I do now is wasting. Although I don't know if I had. I think I only had one visor at a time, and I was really hoping to find at least one more visor or Bist Ball. And I didn't. So another Ridley. Yeah, there's a lot of Ridley fights with Boost Ball lately, or without Boost Ball, I should say.
Weeklies, why?
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna step back from participating next week, definitely.
Who knows? Maybe I'll participate in the
But-
next one. Y'all can laugh at me.
But
Yeah.
if the next weekly seed is gonna be good, I'm gonna be mad.
Or another, we're going to be back at 9 o'clock on Saturday, next Saturday, and it's going to be vanilla elevators. Starting location. I'm a little bit weary of time. I just realized we should probably get going for the next.
Yeah, it's
game
been a
on the channel.
long interview.
Yeah, we also had a very long start due to technical reasons, which is fine. Also,
Yeah.
I need to fix my dolphin because every setting got reset right before starting the stream. That was fun.
Yeah, actually,
Fortunately,
you
it
got-
didn't interfere.
Yeah, you
And
got like
someone
stuck
should-
for a while.
And someone should tell me if I get restreamed or not. Like, mid-stream, like right after we started, Gollum was like, "Yo, Vibron, your webcam is on." I was like, "Wait, what? I'm getting restreamed." That was so random. I was like, "What? Why? I didn't even send anything."
Unfortunately, I also didn't get to use my custom music ISO because I was trying to do the full screen and it was like, oh no, I need to replace the audio. Oh no, we got to start like 5 minutes ago. Well, vanilla music it is, so sorry for the Beatles music early on.
It's fine. Anyway, I'm RoboScout.
I'm Takako.
I'm Pyro Paper Planes.
I am Vipron.
And this has been Metroid Prime Randomizer. We will see you all next week.
Yep. Cheers and have a great week.